Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here.
Cheers.
Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're gonna have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs. Shouldn't have come in a tall glass.
Why would you bother?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It's day 2 here at the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. We're here from you, with you once again from Figtree Sports here in beautiful Wollongong, and we're going to see a third round match here in Division 1, and it's going to be Kurri up against Ettalong, and well, this is going to be an important game because this is for the section. Both these teams have a win each, and the winners will claim the section. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. And we're here with you. The players, once again, very keen to get out there. We're going to get away, well, a little bit early here. We're a scheduled 9 o'clock start, and it's now 8 minutes to 9. So Ettalong are going to get us underway. They're going to roll the jack for the first end, and it's going to be Woodbine, Sheena Black, Tamara Jackson and Patricia Eckford for Ettalong, and up against them for Kurri, it's Adele Johns and Wilkins, Sharon Sumner and Carolyn Glen. These girls have all been in plenty of big matches, and while this is a big match, the losing team is going to progress. We know that they both have had one win. Foster in this section, there is only 3 teams in this section. Foster lost both their games yesterday, and so they have been eliminated. So both these teams will progress to quarterfinals this afternoon, but ladder position, very important. You do want to go top of your section. So it's Woodbine to get us underway here at Figtree Sports on this beautiful morning, Wednesday the 5th of August, and that's a fair start on the first end from Woodbine. This is Adele Johns, another very experienced campaigner, seen lots of her in particularly the senior women's events. And she's going to go down and grab the jack with the first bowl. Not quite. Fine effort. Vince watching on from Leppington. Good morning to you, and good morning to everybody. Trust you're enjoying our pictures yesterday, enjoying our pictures today, and well, you can see it's a lovely bright sky, and the sun shining on our girls here this morning. Handy correction there from Murray. So these players, they were very enthusiastic about getting on the stream. There was perhaps some reluctance from a few of the teams yesterday. These girls were much more excited about showing their wares on our broadcast to a national audience. Once again, she's got it this time. 2 bowls into the contest, and Adele Johns. Oh, that's a brilliant start. Trailed that jack back into the shadow there, so the low winter sun. Still got some long shadows, but throughout the day they will dissipate. And we're seeing now Sheena Black with the pink bowls. She's snuck up on it, I think. Yeah, good call there. 2 shots. Probably just don't want to get anything really at this jack. Jack movement's not going to be great here for Kurri. Well, played this quite well. That's going to be very close to a 3rd shot. And Wilkins. Sheena. She had a fair effort with her first as well. This looks to be a little bit high. Intent good though. You know, to lose that bowl, it only just fell into the ditch. That's okay. You're giving yourself a chance to bump some things around in the head. There was some kind angles for Ettalong there. And for Kurri. Well, there was nearly a collision out there on the wing. And that's another good effort there from Anne Wilkins. She says they're Kurri colours. They're red, white and blue, but the other girls are a bit less complimentary. They said, oh, they're dirty purple. Tamara Jackson here for Ettalong. This is a tight line, but it's got plenty of pace on it too. That's probably a little bit too quick. You can appreciate that she was looking to reach. David Baker, good morning to you. Up in sunny Queensland, I believe, David. And yeah, a change of tactic here from Kurri. Sharon Sumner has been asked potentially to provide a little bit of protection if there is jack movement. Hasn't quite got deep enough onto the rink. Need to get into the shadow there. Tamara still being asked to play with confidence. Probably tighten that line up a bit. She's tightened up. See what happens here. That's a very favourable little scrape off the front, and that might flop in for 2nd shot. You can just see there, wobbled up. Very close, and Carolyn Glen went and had a good assessment. Now Sharon Sumner. This looks to be a little bit high, a little bit quick. She was asked to go and get it into the shadow there, but a little bit Speedy Gonzalez this morning. So while the players are crossing over, I can let you know. So this is section 4. This is for the section. We've got Kurri up against Ettalong. Both these teams will progress, and this game will determine who is going to progress as the section winner and which team will progress to the quarterfinals as the section runner-up. In section number 3, Port City, they had that good win on the stream yesterday. Cabramatta are playing East Maitland. East Maitland mathematical. They can get out with a 7-zip victory there. But they do need to win all the rinks, one would think. In Section 2, Tarrant Point have had 2 solid wins yesterday. Warilla currently in 2nd place, and Harbord have also had a win there. So they're the 3 sides that are looking most likely. And in Section 1, Merimbula Maryland's 2 for 2, and Merimbula hot on their heels with South Tamworth, the other side, having a win in that section. So that's what's happening in Women's Division 1. Here in this match, though, it's going to be the skips Trish Eckford for Ettalong, and this is Carolyn Glen for Kurri. Looking to add another. Adele Johns played a couple of beauties up front. And just the other side of that pink would have been really, really good. Speed was great. Can get a little touch on the jack playing that hand. Patricia Eckford. Doesn't need to do too much more here. There's an option to get off the edge of that. Well, ran through the hole. I think she can be rightly proud of that effort, and it's going to be a little bit of an assessment here from Sharon saying, well, we've still got two. And there's a nice little gate here on the forehand that Josh has given us the picture for today, and they're just going to declare it and say, no, that'll do. Two's enough. So Carolyn Glen claims 2 shots. And lead 2 shots to nil. Next door, they haven't updated our scoreboard yet, so I'll remind them that they should be doing that each and every end. But a nice start from Kurri here on the streaming rink, and Adele Johns doing the damage. You can see the low winter sun. Some long shadows here first thing in the morning. It brightened into a beautiful day yesterday, and we're expecting very much the same today. Some gusty winds, largely out of the south, which is from bottom of picture, with a little bit of west in it as well. So bottom left of your picture, and then another top temperature of 17 or 18 degrees. So lovely conditions for winter bowls. And once again, we're seeing this direction has been mystifying for some of our players. There's very little impact of the breeze at the southern end, but the players delivering the bowl from the northern end are feeling as though they do have to push into it. Well, that's very nice there. Adele Johns, she's off to a bright start, batting 500 in terms of touches, played 4 bowls, got 2 touches already. Slugging percentage will be all right. Has got a couple of shots to her name as well. So great to see Kurri off to such a good start here. They've been very strong, particularly in women's pennant in recent years. A perennial contender. Wow, very good once again from Kurri. This is the sort of bowls that just puts a lot of pressure on. First thing. Now, allegedly, Ettalong got 1 on the other rink, so we're going to live dangerously and put that up. So 1 to Karen Croker. This bowl coming in here. It's another good effort here from Kurri. Ettalong have stolen the shot. It's beautifully done. Tim Rose asking how I have my tea. I'll have it with milk and 1 sugar, please. Thank you very much, Tim Rose. That'd be lovely. need to keep the golden tonsils hydrated here. Saying, well, it's a good effort. Once again, you can see he's looking to get down, sit the shot bowl, get that jack moving. So Sheena Black has turned the head over, and now the opportunity to add on here. Often loop around the back and get a back touch it. There's plenty of draw out there. And you can see didn't miss her line by too much. It was largely a weight issue there. So currently, I favour Kurri probably have the next three. So for Sharon at Sumner, an opportunity to play fairly direct at this. Yeah, it was very positive intent. There's an opportunity to get the outside edge of the shot bowl and clip that out fairly clean. I think ditch weight may have been a little bit irresponsible though at this stage. Tamara Jackson's been asked to just go and cover. That's probably second prize in terms of a cover bowl. Now you can see Carolyn Glen said just a little bit less speed. You're playing weight to the tee rather than weight to the beach. So once again, a tight line. She's got a very tight set of bowls here too. This is going to go very close here. Sharon Sumner. Well, she's got the front bowl. That's isolated the shot though. It's looking very lonely now. Josh with the replay straight away. Yeah, we can see just hair wider there, and she could have got the edge of the shot bowl and run that out. But now, still one shot to Ettalong, but it's lonely. This one's being urged on here by Patricia Eckford. Won't need too much more urging. That's going to be two. Fantastic bowl. Well done. So Tamara has shown a few different skills early. That's a nice bit of draw bowls. And with how that last bowl lies, it does protect largely the shot bowl getting up onto the jack and pushing it towards the back of the rink. There's catches galore there for Kurri. Ettalong picked up a 5 next door on the second end, so Karen Croker's off to a very bright start. Now Carolyn Glen, she got this on a really good track. If she can avoid the front bowl, well, she's got that jack moving. Probably not quite far enough. You can see just that feather off the front, didn't need it. Now the jack's exposed. The shot bowl's exposed too, so there might be some thought here for Kurri to play backhand down the centre line. Yeah. The talk was to play around those front two. I think the better shot's to play positive under the front two. Look for the shot bowl. This, yeah, it's too high. So yeah, the shot that was attempted by Kurri was a little trail. I think the shot bowl going out was probably I better go. The girls are having a giggle about the length of the shadow here. Said, oh, would you mind keeping your shadow out of my space? And that's agreed to. And now a cautious effort from Patricia Eckford. It's not going to get there, but it is going to be one shot to Patricia Eckford, one shot to Ettalong. And they trail 2-1 on this streaming rink, but lead 7 shots to 2 overall on the master board. So 7-2. This looks to be shaping to be a good tussle. Ettalong, with an immediate change of tactic, they've asked for a much shorter length here from the lead, but perhaps a little misstep. We've seen a few jacks run long in this direction. So a misstep with the jack roll, though, it can be improved very quickly. And Woodbine's going to look to do just that here. This is in a reasonable sort of a line, just didn't quite go the trip. Perhaps spooked a little bit by how much further the jack went compared to her her recommendation, I think, was nice to say from the skip. I expect they're not like Lee Stinson if you don't put the mat right back when he asks for it back. You can't play T to T if the mat's not right back. He'll never play with you again. So a few people have been shipped off to mime school. They've never been heard from again after doing that to Lee Stinson. I think some of these ladies are probably a little bit more accommodating. That's the issue with sometimes these short bowls. Last one was probably on a reasonable track to get down to the jack. Adele Johns, she's been my pick early. We're only onto the third end, and once again, it's not a toucher this time, but almost as good. You can see Sheena Black with a bit of a head wobble there. She said, "Oh, I don't know that I've quite liked the line or the weight on that one." And yeah, she's missed both a little bit. But has played some decent ones already, and expect we'll see some more good ones from her now. And Wilkins. She's going to run around the back. Oh, this is a good improvement here. Sheena, well, looked good in the running, didn't it? Just pulling up on the short side. Now, yeah, that hand looks to be a little bit sticky out wide. I think players might change their tactics a little bit there. Tamara Jackson walks back down. She was steering the ship for Patricia Eckford. Sharon Sumner was up there as well. I wonder if the skips had some secret women's business that needed to be attended to. It's going to be Tamara. Now, she played a great bowl last end. Really set things up for Ettalong. And she's on a fair track here. She can get right down to this jack. Tamara Jackson, well done. Gets it across. Makes, a few there. Probably two. It's Kurri with the now infamous dirty purple colour. At the back of the rink, Sharon Sumner, well, we know her bowls are quite tight. She might come and grab this jack too. Gets a piece of it's good. Well, just not quite. Runs into the ditch. Any touch on that jack though, particularly the back cut there, it is favourable. And we see immediately Trish Eckford saying, I need you to get something past now, please, Tamara Jackson. Well, that's a good way of getting past. Actually sneak through the hole. If that stays up at the back of the rink, which it has done, that's useful. Sharon Sumner, game face on this morning. Well, she was in a very good area with the last bowl. This is excellent again. No hole. Totally wouldn't believe it. She's played great weight. Excellent line with both. But Sharon Sumner not quite getting the job done there. Josh has brought up the asset here for Wollongong, and I haven't got the read just quite ready, but I do have it now. The Women's Pennant Finals are supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. I can recommend the Thai restaurant Kira and I had dinner at last night without hesitation. Josh has been telling us he's had very good price steak on at his local. Was it steak again last night? It was. Now the great Figtree Hotel. We're going to see a final attempt here from Patricia Eckford, and look to add on. Oh, this is very close here. She can go the trip. Well, not quite, but it does get in the eye for Carolyn Glen. And her little mauve bowl is going to have to just skirt that front blue. Well, she gets to this blue, it's okay as well. Turn one out, so not quite. And it's going to be 2 shots to Patricia Eckford and Ettalong. They lead 3 shots to 2 after 3 ends. And for Ettalong, it's a 9 shots to 2 lead. Early doors, but with Karen Croker firing next door, you'd be very happy with that. I believe the end was killed next door as well, so they're going again. And some discussion over length of jack as well, but that's going to be fine. So, Marie Woodbine. She's got this one away neatly. And she'll be enjoying this green, enjoying this facility. We trust you're enjoying our pictures. Nick Hind is my name, with you here from Figtree Sports. This is the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals, Division 1. And this is a third round match, and it's once again Adele Johns. She's been deadly already. So wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world, drop us a comment, let us know. Kevin's in Camden, the beautiful Camden RSL club. It's one of the fun little ones. They're right next door to their neighbouring Camden Bowling Club, and there's a good rivalry between those two. It's a good rivalry here as well. Excellent effort there from Mari. Now, Adele Johns clearly has the confidence of skipper Carolyn Glen. Being asked to stay on the backhand, you said you played it well. You get around, it'll give us a really good shot. Just lost her weight a little bit there. Perhaps a little bit of anxiety inducing that last bowl of Ettalong of Murray Woodbine. Parking in front. And now it's going to be Sheena Black. She needed to be up to that. Missing that far short, that's just not going to give your team a chance. Carolyn Glen once again saying, I just want you to flirt around the front here. And Wilkins, well, she's played good speed, can probably afford to be a little bit tighter. Still give herself some clear air. Well, better there from Sheena. Call is Tamara, just draw in. I think, yeah, nothing but wide here. Give your bowl a chance, and I think she's playing a more aggressive line. And another one's going to kill over next on the next rink. See that jack come squirting over, so some fairly aggressive play between Tanya Ware and Karen Croker, and they're going to see the bowls returned again, so they might be out there for a good time and a long time. Tamara now. adjust that line. Just a little bit too far. Sharon Sumner, with her tight bowls, I felt there was maybe an opportunity to play the forehand. The second shot to the top right of the jack there does belong to Ettalong, and maybe there was a chance to get down and push that off. Just not sure whether or not the players felt that that was necessary at this stage of the game. Now, there has been another end completed next door. They have updated the scoreboard, so it was 2 more to Karen Croker, so 8 shots to 0 Ettalong lead next door. Positive intent there from Patricia Eckford. And this looks to be a cover bowl. And Carolyn stays up. That's best back now. So this covers up against Trish coming rumbling through, getting that jack moving all the way to the back of the rink. She's watching this one intently. She's just going to draw it, is she? Little bump on that. That's beautifully done. That'll flop down for shot. Yeah, so pretty simple here from Sharon Sumner. She's about jack high. Just draw it off. Carolyn, Glen. Just missing the line there. Speed would have been good. 1 more to Ettalong. So Patricia Eckford 4 now. Leads Carolyn, Glen at 2. Had 3 ends completed here. And that was the bowl that did it. Just a little bump on the second shot. Turned it up, turned it in. And it's 12-2 early doors. It feels as though Kurri, they haven't played poorly. But finding themselves at the wrong end of the scoreboard, and it's the neighbouring rink, Karen Croker, doing the damage. We saw her a few events in state championships in recent years. Well, this is some aggressive play here from from Murray Woodbine. I guarantee she wasn't trying to run the jack into the ditch, but that's almost what she's done. And now Josh is going to have to work very hard here now. The jack's all the way at the back of the rink. And there is a shot bowl in the ditch. But with where this jack's positioned, it might be the first one to sink it will be the winner here. So Josh is going to do a little bit of tracking for us here, I think. We'll have the cameras moving up and down and try to follow the bowl as best we can. But We know there is one in the ditch for Ettalong, and it was this lady here, Woodbine, who's done that, and a bit of a sidestep taken on the next drink. And that one, well, that's far too quick. Oh, Adele Johns, well, she's gone 2 ends without a toucher. I feel that she is due. Play with the right intent there to get to the jack and get to drop it in. You can see just to the left of the number 22, there's the white marker, and underneath that, the toucher that is in the ditch. That is the shot bowl currently. There's a couple up on the bank there that are just watching the action from the galleries. To be shot bowl, you want to be down in the stalls here. And we'd like Carolyn Glen to perhaps take a couple of steps to the left. The players there, they're focused on their job. So Sheena Black just pulling up a little bit short. And the first thing, and I've instructed my team regularly, you're just getting past the tee. Make sure you pass the tee. You give yourself that chance. Really nothing for short there. And that was Wilkins. Just again didn't quite give it enough of a chance. Now Sheena. Well, the body language says she's given this a little bit more. She's played it reasonably well. Could go close to being second shot I'd favour. And it'll be two to the Ettalong side. Now this bowl here coming in nicely. That's going to be number one. What a shot. Applause from Sharon Sumner as she wanders back down the rink. And yeah, played it with beautiful speed. You can be a little bit conservative with these ones still. We know there's only so much past the jack that will be viable to get the shot. Tamara Jackson. She's got a favourable little slide there, but won't be enough. I wonder whether they've got the next three, I believe, here at Long. They might be better served to go looking for that bowl. Sharon Sumner's out in the high line. And just dropped in. Was only a fraction quick. Yeah, you can see the call was to play it the other hand, run the shot bowl in. I like this. That's good positive stuff here from Ettalong. Patricia Eckford has given Tamara plenty of confidence. You play this forehand, you go firm, and you hunt that shot bowl. I'll tell you what, she's not a million miles away here, folks. Just gets a clip off her own bowl. That's unfortunate. She gave it a red-hot go. You can see here it was angling very nicely. Just got a little clip off the front. It probably cost Ettalong another second. They had 3 seconds in my opinion, but now probably only have 2. But have a clear view at the shot bowl. Well, they did. They won't anymore. What a shot, Sharon Sumner. That's absolutely superb shooting. You can see here Josh tracking that bowl in beautifully as it gets right down. Parks up only 4 inches from the ditch. And now we'll see Tricia Eckford. She can get both those bowls out. Get both bowls, potentially plonk the jack into the ditch. It'll have to be weight. But we've already seen from these two teams some a greater proclivity for attack, and with it, the greater opportunity for a good outcome here. Tricia Eckford, I think she can get this either way. She's playing forehand, she'll be looking to run the jack in. If she's playing backhand, it'll be both bowls. But it is forehand, it is positive weight. Now, needs a clear run. I tell you what, she's not far away. Got it, jack into the pit. Well done, Tricia Eckford. What a shot. You can see here, as I said, the forehand was the go to run the jack in. She did just that. I just don't know whether or not she stayed with it close enough. I think so. Sharon Sumner's bowl that's up on the green there. That's very good. And then so the indication there was maybe 8 or 9 inches was the room to draw, or just, and I mean only just, touch one of the carry bowls over. Well, it's a good effort. So Tricia Eckford's going for a wander up the green, saying, what's happening here? And, well, it's a good question because this has been a complex head. Josh Grock next to me, he's steering today, and he's nodding his head saying, stop making me work. I'll be invoicing for overtime here. It is close here, so we can see Sharon Sumner is saying that she believes that bowl in the ditch was disturbed and she would like it put back in exactly the right spot. The players will agree to that. And Tricia Eckford here, well, she's going to look to see what she can do here. Once again, I think there's a chance to get both those bowls out and make 1, 2, 3, 4 shots probably. So to do that, Trish Eckford, she played forehand last time. I think she's got to play backhand. And Josh can bring us the other camera. There we are. So the opportunity is to play backhand, and then the grey bowl that's in the sun, and the red bowl can both go with weight, and that's what she's looking to play here. And no, she knew it straight away, too high. But I really like the positive effort, the positive intent from Ettalong here. And now it's going to be a look from Carolyn Glen to which one's got shot. So, yes, so we saw before, so there's a bowl here, and then there's another one in the ditch about there. Those are the two that are in the argument for shot. And Carolyn Glen, I think she's really got to try to just dead draw all the way to the plinth. It's a fine effort. The tape measure's going to come out here. We don't know who has the shot. Certainly no side is claiming it, and an umpire has been called immediately. So while the umpire has been called, we'll get to work on that. We might clear some of our commitments. And here's a commitment you should be making. The over 40 pairs qualifying. Entries close on Wednesday, Tuesday, the 11th of August. So you've got just under a week to get your nominations in. Events being played across clubs in each region. Each region will send at least one qualifier to the state finals, which will be in Yamba. And what a weekend that is, as we see Woonona last year's champions on the screen. And then also, while the umpire's umpiring, just want to remind you all that the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. So, umpire's got a very fiddly little task here. So when the jack is in the ditch, you do need to measure down to the jack. And often the plinth can get in the road and make that determination a little bit more difficult. So it's a very professional job here. Got the measure pinned, and now from the ditch, you can see the blue bowl there with the mud tyres. That one will be able to get out of the sand okay. And it was one shot in the end, I believe, to the blue bowl in the ditch. It was. So one to Ettalong, one to Patricia Eckford, and that was all set up by the remarkable display of driving lead from Murray Woodbine. As I say, not necessarily intentional, but that's how it happened. Around the grounds, thanks to Lee Greening here. We've got some score updates. So early doors, it's Merimbula 13 over Maryland's 5. Merimbula get a win there. They will go very close to topping that section. South Tamworth 8, Ningen 10. Ningen showing themselves to great credit this morning. Warilla 9, lead Windsor 6. Tarrant Point 10, lead Harbord 4. East Maitland 6, lead Cabramatta 3. And then in Division 2 games here, we have Kurri 11, leading West Dubbo 9. Yamba 13, leading Windang 8. Glenbrook 3, Munmora 13. Nambucca Heads 9, lead Pittwater 6. So that's the early around the grounds. We're about a third of the way through some of those games. And, well, once again, she's back. Adele Johns. I've got her now at 4 touches in 5 ends, so her strike rate's been unbelievable so far. Hasn't been representative on the scoreboard, though. Adele Johns looking to back up. Yeah, given a warm round of applause there from Skip. Carolyn Glen, that's very, very handy. Sheena Black now. It's a little bit untidy with that delivery. You can see the weight sort of fell away, and the weight's fallen away on the bowl too. A little bit short there from Wilkins. Tanya Ware's on the board next door. 15-3 though. It's important that Kurri start winning some ends. This rink in particular might feel as though they've been a little bit hard done by. They seem to have had opportunities to be claiming ends, to be claiming some better outcomes. Well, that's a better outcome there. Probably 3 shots now to Kurri. The call from Patricia Eckford, follow that down. And Tamara, well, she's played some big bowls early. Looks a good competitor, and this looks to be on a reasonable sort of a track. She's just not going to hold on long enough. It's great, our commentary position here. We're up on the balcony here at Figtree Sports, and we can hear everything that goes on the rink. And the call from Carolyn was just careful draw on the backhand. And yeah, perhaps not that careful, but they're having a good time out there, the girls. Tamara wasn't far away with the last. Playing much more positive forehand shot. And I'm not sure that I agree with the call. I think if that was the shot to play, he played on the first bowl. She played the backhand quite well. Tamara Jackson with her first. Didn't see any need to change too much there, but there was no damage, but there was no improvement either, and it's probably 4 now for Kurri. They'd love to get a good collect here. So they need to do something to match the firepower that's been displayed next door by Ettalong, who are looking very, very sharp. So as we can see there, that's the lay of the land. And all the purpley bowls, they all belong to the Kurri Cannons. So I was just looking to see the results yesterday, and Ettalong only had the one game. They played Foster and claimed both rinks maximum 7 points, but they were both close games. So think they'd be pleased to be out to such a good lead early on. Have that pressure taken away. Now Patricia Eckford. Well, that's going to cut things down. Might cut things right down. Might only be one shot. Yeah, one is all. The signal from Sharon Sumner. Well, if we go to the other camera, there, I think there's a chance to play backhand, get down and sit that bowl out, get them all back, potentially make 4 or 5. This is a conservative shot. And Kurri only get 1 there, so they do get the shot. So Patricia Eckford 5, Carolyn Glen 3. 6 ends have been completed here. Kurri picked up a 4 on the next rink though, so Tanya Ware, that's important. And all of a sudden this game's looking to be much more competitive again. That's a big thing in Pennant formats in these sides games. If you can score together at the same time, puts immense pressure on your opposition when they see the scoreboard. Now you only might claim a 2 on your rink, but if the other rink claims a 4, all of a sudden there's some big movement on the scoreboard. And it does apply greater pressure. And I think the pressure that Adele Johns has provided up front here, that's led to Kurri getting some improved outcomes. And, well, she's on it once again. Adele Johns. Yeah. No, Woodbine just on the quick side. Once again, I don't think she was trying to run the jack into the ditch, but there's just she's missed long, and has got down and grabbed the jack a few times though, which is helping her cause. Adele Johns though, she looks really steady. I think probably a real positive thing to have somebody of her calibre leading up. I mentioned yesterday there was there's some calibre of play here. This is Division 1. And coming back into the team today for one of the powerhouses after being unavailable for yesterday's rounds. The one, the only Karen Murphy. So straight off the plane from Glasgow, straight back into the team here for the Women's Pennant Finals. Her dedication to her club, to her teammates. She's a real leader. Good there from Ann Wilkins. She's added on. Seagulls are circling. And Sheena Black, she's circling the jack there. Gets a little kiss. She didn't quite get it in the middle there. That's what would have been desired. And something we've seen a little bit on this rink. Players push that forehand. It doesn't quite work for them the same way that they expect Sheena Black. Well, parking up anywhere inside that last one of her own would have been ideal. Slips past. Just a little bit on the firm side. Sharon Sumner comes marching back down the rink. And all of a sudden at 15-8, there's some high fives going on from Kurri around the place. The swings and roundabouts in this two-rink format can be very abrupt. And here we have Sharon Sumner. Does a lot for the Kurri club. And she might do some more good for them here. Little touch through the front would have been great. Just missed on the quick side. You can see Patricia Eckford there dancing around saying, just something about Jack High inside the pink. But she's got the stop signs up early. That's a bit of a misfire there from Tamara Jackson. Sharon Sumner, can she tidy up her weight? I think she has. Clear road to the jack now is really good. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well done, Sharon. Probably, well, it's made shot for, for certain. Second shot now is up in the air. Tamara Jackson being given the option. Given the option here to have a look on the forehand, look to get down to the shot bowl. I'm okay with that plan. The only risk is if she turns through this purple bowl at the front. Might be another one. Yeah. Never, that sort of speed never really looked likely. So as the players cross over, it is one shot at least to Team Carolyn Glen for the Kurri Cannons. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Get your bingo cards out. Get the shot glasses at the ready. Because wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world, it is great to have your company. And we're here at the beautiful Figtree Sports, day 2 of the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. This is Division 1. And this is Carolyn Glen wanting another metre on that, just to make a bird of it. Yeah, now, discussion here, and you could see the positive intent there from Patricia Eckford. I think she's going to look to play tight on the backhand to get down and sit the shot bowl. Well, perhaps that was what she was asking to do. Certainly she's got the speed to be doing that, but it needs to start under the front. I think that shot's available to her if she wants to play it. Carolyn Glen. Okay with the backhand, just doesn't want to give a seat, doesn't want to give a shelf. Provide any more edges for Ettalong to use. And I think if she got to that pink bowl and turned it out, it would have made, well, potentially 4-5. It would have been a pretty loose 4 or 5, but that pink bowl is the only thing that's holding Ettalong out of dropping a big score here. Patricia Eckford, well, this might just pick up a shot. What a bowl. Down a number, and she's gone and drawn a side toucher, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Pretty loose head here, and Patricia Eckford, well, she's shown a bit of class. That's gone and tidied things up very nicely. So one more to Ettalong. So 6 shots to 3 is the lead now for Ettalong on this is our streaming rink. It is 11 shots to 5 next door, so Karen Croker's picked up another. And the masterboard now reads Ettalong 17, Kurri 8. Wow, that's not... it's not a bad go there from Ettalong. There was a chance that they were going to drop a big score. That pink bowl got moved fractionally. They could have been in all sorts of trouble. As it is, though, Adele Johns, well, I've got my little tally sticks out in front of me here. She's started very brightly. Morning to Di Boddington. She'll be sad to hear that Sarah's campaign has come to an end here. Foster were the other team in this section, and with 2 losses yesterday, will not be able to progress. So Sarah and her team likely heading north this morning. We are going to get down to the business end of this competition this afternoon. It'll be quarterfinals. So we'll be on air with you again around about 1 o'clock. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Have your notifications turned on, as we are chasing 1 billion subscribers here on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Currently several hundred million short. So like, follow, subscribe, share. Make sure your mates are all signed up to receive their notifications when we go live. So I wanted to say thanks for the bad news. I'm sorry. I wish I had different news for you, mate. But Sarah, they played commendably. Yes, they had a close loss to Ettalong. And you can see all those results if you download the BowlsLink app or head to the BowlsLink results portal. That's results.bowlslink.com.au. Everything will be in very shortly after the conclusion of our matches. It's been a good shot there. The shot bowl is a Sheena Black bowl, and she's the second for Ettalong, and she'll be looking to repeat the dose here. A little bit more pace on this one. She gets down to sit the wing bowl, that would have been okay, just a little bit firm. Yes, I never like to bring bad news, but there are some teams that their campaign will conclude today. But so you can head to the BowlsLink results portal, download the BowlsLink app. You can follow along on how all your favourites are going. Jindabyne had a Minimi composite side in Division 4, had 2 wins yesterday, so I'm looking forward to a rager with the girls on Thursday night after they raise the Pennant flag. We'll have hot chocolates and play up all over the parish. I caught up with an old friend in Matthew Brown, who's played a little bit of bowls, and former Jindabyne singles champion, but he's living up in Wollongong now, and he said, we'll go out and have a drink with the girls on Thursday night, but suggested that we might be the last one standing at 8:30. Good here from Sharon Sumner. Better than good. This is great. Gets a little touch, but stays with it. That's going to be shot for Kurri. Important time. Chance to follow that down, though, for... Yeah, I'm really liking Patricia Eckford's calling here. Very positive stuff. Get the bowl or the jack. Little trail's good. Trail 3 feet. Can potentially make 4 here. Not far away either here. Wow. Just tipped out the second shot. Probably still only 1 to Kurri. As the breeze just picks up a little bit once again. Sharon Sumner. She played the last one beautifully. This looks to be on a much higher line. She's got a set of Taylor SRs, and they are known to be a notoriously tight bowl. But, well, she's pointed the first one beautifully and holds shot here. So as you can see, the red with the toucher on it. And then the blue to the left-hand side and the purple sort of behind Jack there. They're the ones that are in the argument for second and third. I believe it is only 1 to Kurri, but happy to be proven wrong. And Trisha Eckford would be happy to prove it wrong as well. She's on a good track here. Probably needs a hurry now. It was a good track to draw. Probably wanted to play another foot or 2 of weight to really do some damage. What that has done, though, it's made the backhand look more difficult here for Carolyn Glen. She's going to persevere, but well, you can see push that one out on a very high line. And just draw weight. I think if she's playing draw weight, you're probably better off to just play the forehand. Take the risk there. Try to draw a front toucher. Added the weight, but hasn't adjusted the line here. Trisha Eckford, once again, a good effort, has tipped out. That will guarantee that it is 1 only to Kurri at the moment. But desirable for Carolyn Glen. As I say, try to draw a front touch it. No, she doesn't like it. She's given up on that, so it'll be 1 shot to Carolyn Glen. And 6-4. This is an intriguing contest here. Adele Johns has been very good. But it's been really a team effort from Ettalong. I'm really enthusiastic though about how positive, how confident the calling of skip Trisha Eckford has been. And we speak about this often, and I speak about it often on broadcast and when I'm playing and encouraging my teammates. Let's look at what can go right in the head. Let's play it positively. You play sometimes with or against players and they say, oh, this hand might do something, or this might do that, or that could go wrong. Well, what can go right? And Trisha Eckford's been really, really positive with that. And it's a joy to see. I think she's been a real credit to the Ettalong club, and I think they've had lots of success in recent years. Lots of good players have played there. Johnny Roberts, of course, still heavily involved. Brandon as well. Let's see that drive the bowls program for Ettalong. Adele Johns. She's tied up the grass line there. Oh, I was getting ready to put another check mark next to her name, another toucher. This lead battle's so vital. And Mari Woodbine, she's dialed that back really well here. Has missed consistently on the quick side with the first, but you're okay with that. Josh was indicating something to me there, but it was a little bit too cryptic. 4 on the far rink. Wow. Karen Croker, 15-5 lead. Approaching halfway. It's not desperation stakes yet for our Kurri, but one feels if they're going to claim victory in this contest, might have to be this rink that does the damage. Well, probably a couple to Adele Johns. Be marking that on your bingo card. I'll say that a few more times today. She's led out really neatly. The table's getting shuffled around in the background. Our great volunteers and club staff getting ready for, I trust it's going to be a beautiful lunch once again. And some nice pasta, chicken, salad, roast potatoes yesterday. It's the right sort of format. Little buffet style lunch means every player can get in, get a meal, and then get back out and play. It's a huge event here with 3.5 full greens. And more big days to come. Of course, quarterfinals this afternoon. We'll let you know who that's going to be, or who it's likely going to be at any rate, once we get down to the pointy end of this contest. So the coins, it's a measure currently, probably between the pink bowl of Sheena Black and that last red bowl of Sharon Sumner. Well, this will take the measure out of it. It'll be one definitely. That's Adele Johns for Kurri, who's been pushed up. And that's, yeah, Tamara's played just a couple of ones where things can go wrong. She's played some really good bowls as well, but a couple of her misses have been, you know, potentially damaging, and she's found some damage on a couple of occasions. Sharon Sumner, just a little bit quick. It's okay though there. The pink, the little red-blue split, both belonged to Ettalong. And a little spring back there is looking favourable. And that's the shot that's been called for. And it's the shot that's been played here. She had this a long way out. What a bowl. Probably hit it a bit too hard. That might spill out of bounds. It has not. It has stayed in. So the ask was just to pop the jack off. They had a couple of catches there, Ettalong. That's gone too far though. It's gone pop, but really, well, it's gone bang. And you can see smiles and laughter from the girls. There is a red bowl at the back of the rink, and would you believe, that's a Sharon Sumner bowl, I believe. But it's right out in the open here, so skips drawing competition realistically. Oh, I know, I'm mistaken. It's Mari Woodbine at the back of the rink there, so the red and blue split. She's been playing 4D chess. Parking things at the back of the rink. Now we're going to get down. Oh, Sharon Sumner like that. But just a bit too quick from Carolyn. So Tricia's just going to have to draw this. As I say, skips drawing competition realistically. She's out on a high line. She's not able to use that bowl to the right of picture because that belongs to the other game, and she's drawn it neatly. That's really well done. That's the sort of bowl that skips need to be able to play and play with confidence. So often you'll see a jack get moved out, or you'll have to play weight and get a jack moving. And you've got to go and back yourself to draw it. Carolyn's had a very good effort, just running out of puff. Holding one. Yeah, I think you go and draw that again. You played it so good. And they're measuring next door, so they've actually been able to take away the that bowl that was looking to be a little bit in the eye line. I would have left it there. You played it so well the first time. And that's just going to run away. So it's going to be one more to Ettalong. Well, I just want to confirm it was one more. It might have been two more. Josh, we dirty. Sure, it was only one. Yes, it was only the one shot. So Ettalong 22, lead Kurri 9 on the masterboard. Lovely Pam Hawkins just come and asked if I need anything, and I could ask you for a few things, Pam, but no, I'm going well. I'm fully furnished with cups of tea. I've got the heater on. Probably need it too this morning. It's very cool here. We're up here on the beautiful balcony at Figtree Sports. We've got a great view over, well, all four greens realistically. I think Lee Greening's doing another round with the score updates. We'll bring you another progress score from all our events here. For many of you, you might be familiar with our live scoring. We just we haven't been able to implement that yet for these Pennant finals, and the reason being is that our staff and committees are spread so thin across all the different venues. We know that we need skilled and capable administrators on site to help support the players as this live scoring technology gets rolled out. And when we're doing it at more condensed venues, as we did at the state championships, we only had 3 venues in play. That was able to be supported accurately. But now we're spread across over a dozen venues, and given the age of some of the participants in some of the events, certainly the lower divisions in single gender, we felt that it might be a bridge too far this time around. But we'll see staggered implementation of the live scoring across the next 12 months, more events. And that just means more content, more opportunities for you to connect with the sport from home, from the comfort of your lounge chair. Well, Kurri have picked up, would you believe, a 6 on the neighbouring rink. Now that is timely. So it's 15-11 now. Tanya Ware with a big fight back over there. That brings this game right back into the balance. And Wilkins here. She looks to be pretty well pointed. I like this one from a fair way out. Being asked to stop now. It does finish really hard down there. We know that these greens are running a treat. Up around 17 seconds yesterday afternoon. And, well, for some players that's probably a little bit too quick. But it just means that the poor bowls do get punished. So you have to take your grass and just play a good weight. You've got to be consistent. This is a state pennant final. We want the cream to rise to the top. Currently up and down for shot. Remarkable, we've only seen 11 shots scored on this rink, and next door there's been 26. So it's been all sword on rink 23, and then plenty of shield here on rink 22. Sharon Sumner, she's walking in front of our commentary position, heading back down to deliver her bowls as Tamara Jackson delivers. She gets to that bowl, turns it over, turns it across. One shot to Kurri. That was the one that I favoured for shot, and that's probably improved it a little bit. I think, yeah, Tamara's done a little bit of that in this game. All inadvertent, of course, but you do sometimes feel as though you're benefiting your opposition more than your own team. Now, Sharon Sumner was a lovely track. She's going to finish probably 2 metres short. Tamara Jackson. Well, one of those ones where I think the players are feeling as though there's going to be a little bit more swoop on this quick green. Sharon Sumner here. You can see the narrow bowls are really running away. She played good weight there too, Sharon. To be disappointed with that. 22-15 as the players cross over. There's a little discussion going on between Tamara and Patricia. They might just be talking shop, talking tactics, and talking about what's the best way for Ettalong to hang on to this lead. So, Trish Eckford now. I think for the players the calibre of these skips, they back themselves to get one closer than just about anything so far. This is pretty good from Trish. Trish Eckford just on the high side there. And now it's going to be a response from Carolyn, Glen. Yeah, that's a super shot. You can see hands went in the air, very positive applause. Patricia Eckford, this is a better line. We'll need a clear run now. Got a little scrape, probably didn't need it. I think that's just knocked the speed off enough that Kurri will hang on for shot. Yeah, we think we've got it. I favour there'll be a request to change hands here. And yeah, Carolyn being asked to play the backhand now. She'll need a clear run as well. Oh, probably a good kiss there. Didn't want to get onto the blue bowl, which was second. And one shot it is to Kurri. One shot to Carolyn, Glen. And 10 ends have been completed in this streaming match. And it's 7 shots to 5. Advantage to Ettalong. Karen Croker got the chockies next door. Well, that's a bit of a misstep there. Yeah, Jack's gone probably off the side of the boot, it'd be fair to say. Out of bounds on the full, that one. So 2 shots to Karen Croker next door. So just extends her lead and puts a bit of a fend on here. So 8 shots the margin. As we get towards the halfway point of this, the final round of sectional play here at the Bowls New South Wales Women's State Pennant Finals. Thanks to our partners BCiB. Visit Wollongong. All our host venues. Corrimal Bowling Club. Club Windang. Wiseman's Park. Wisos. And of course here our primary host venue, Figtree Sports. So Adele Johns, she's done a lot right in this game. Throwing the jack sideways probably wasn't wasn't on her bingo card. It's going to be just finishing pass there for Murray Woodbine. Adele Johns probably needs a little scrape off her own there. That's not the way she would have had that dressed up, but still a fine piece of weight. And as we know, luck starts when you reach the head. Murray Woodbine's going to get down and grab this jack here. Once again, well, the toucher counter on the Ettalong lead. Murray, that's fast approaching what Adele Johns was doing early. And Wilkins being asked to respond. Well, she's going to go very close here. Very close. She wanted a little feather on that on the way past. Believe that's going to be close. And Patricia, Eckford here. Saying, it's up and down. You please yourself, Sheena Black. Sheena Black, she'd please her skip if she can get all the way up to this. Just looks to be under the line. The speed was very good. Well, she's got a favourable little bounce there, and that's going to be number one. Well, once again, we've seen a few times. I said only a moment ago, fortune starts when you reach. And so she played excellent weight, which is what forwarded that opportunity. If you tell me that you've never had a result like that, I'll tell you that you're a liar, because it happens to all of us. As I say, it's not always the way that we want to dress it up, but it was just something that can happen. And you see to the left of Jack High there, that's the shot bowl, and that belongs to this lady here, Sheena Black. This one is under the line again. I think she's run out of things to get wicks off. Speed was fantastic though, Sheena. I think she could be really proud of that. Two good efforts in terms of pace. But as Sharon Sumner walks to the match, he's been placed under a little bit of pressure again. And Kurri 8 behind. It's not panic stations. Had their blushes saved a little bit. There was a 6 collected by Tanya Ware next door, and that's been crucial in maintaining that option to just stay within striking distance. Sharon came through. She booted out the bowl at the back of the rink that did belong to Kurri. So probably, well, I said for Tamara Jackson, she's had a few results go against what she was looking to play for. Luck has now turned. She'd love to get something to stop at the back of the rink here. Just going to trickle in. And for Sharon Sumner, well, if the pressure wasn't on before, it is now. We know that she'll need to come up with something here. She'll need to come up with the Jackie. She's got it. Josh, she's got this all the way into the pit. There we go. Beautiful. That tidies things up nicely. Oh. Well, absolutely unperturbed by her last bowl, improving the count. Sharon Sumner on a bare jack says, no, I'm just going to go run that in, thank you very much. Now, we've seen this a few times in this direction, though, already, and there still is room. So, Tamara Jackson, she needs to, well, she can draw to maybe a foot and a half. You can see at the bottom of your picture there, there's the white rink number. To the left of that is the white where the jack is in the ditch, and to the right, well, to the left now is the square marker where the bowl is in the ditch. So probably close to 2 foot to draw. This is that bowl again. Sharon Sumner, as I say, unperturbed, just goes and runs it in. This is where we talk about so often. There's nothing for short in those situations. You know, if you stop 2 metres short of the jack, you've given it no chance to change the head up. By finishing that far through, even if she'd missed, the opportunity was there for that sort of result. And so now it's Carolyn and Glen asking for this to hold. It won't do. Now, just to see what the plan is here. There is a toucher for Ettalong. It's that red bowl that you can see with the white speck on it. Well, square cut, ping ping, ricochet rabbit has done nothing. I think the intent there was to bang up the toucher there from Ettalong. It's a tricky shot. It's not an opportunity. A shot that one gets the opportunity to play very often. You might get to play one every couple of years where there's a chance to try to punch a shot bowl into the ditch. So I think the plan is to get this bowl here up and into the ditch. And, well, got the wrong one. Was the call. It's run on. And ensures second shot for Ettalong. But one shot it will be to Kurri. And it's going to be 7 shots to Ettalong, 6 shots Kurri. Well, if you can tell me the winner of this match, you must be able to read the tea leaves or have some very special ability, because it could go either way. And we'll just have a look at next door. There has been 2 more collected to Tanya Ware. So we're within 5. And while we're getting underway here, just another reminder, over 40s pairs qualifying. It's closing very, very soon, next Tuesday at midnight. So make sure you get your nominations in. Events being played all across your regions, depending on entry numbers. We'll allocate a number of places, number of venues. We don't have the venues as yet, but we'll let all the players know once they're in. We try to keep it local wherever possible. Good start here. Another touch. I should have got a touch of Kelly going for Woodbine. But yes, the over 40 is a fantastic event. And as I say, only just under a week to get your nominations in. So record entry numbers. In the last couple of years, we've had tremendous growth in some of those sort of events. We've had mixed pairs. Entry numbers have gone absolutely gangbusters. Rookies, as always. Almost oversubscribed. Women's Carnival. There's lots of positives going on in the sport with the event delivery, and lots of positives here for Ettalong. They're holding 2 shots. Kurri back within 5. They're making a real fist of this. Now, just on the high side there. So, we'll look to add on here while Sheena Black looks to add on. I can take you around the grounds here at Figtree Sports. So we've got Division 1 games going on, and it's Marylands have hit the front 21 over Merimbula 20. South Tamworth 25, lead Nyngan 17. Warilla trail Windsor after leading early, 16 shots to 20. Tarrant Point are cruising at the moment over Harbord 23-13. And Cabramatta, well, they've got a lead, but East Maitland have certainly shown themselves to better account today. It's 18 shots Cabramatta, 14 shots East Maitland. And here, of course, in this game, the final game in Division 1, Ettalong 24, lead Kurri 19. Division 2, Kurri in that one as well. 20 shots, they trail West Dubbo 29. Yamba 21, lead Windang 19. Munmora looking well in control, 33-10 over Glenbrook. And Nambucca Heads 21, lead Pittwater 11. So lots of action going on here. Don't forget, all the results will be available very shortly after the conclusion of our matches in BowlsLink. So download the BowlsLink app or head to the BowlsLink results portal. That's results.bowlslink.com.au. We'll have our quarterfinal teams known very, very shortly. So just seeing a few bowls sort of float on that forehand. The players are somewhat anxious. They play tight on this rink. They do seem to be swooping away. So we'll see here what Tamara can do. Just need to reach up a little bit further. It's probably in the count though. 3 shots off favour to head along the Eagles at the moment. Sharon Sumner, just here once again, push that one out. So, yeah, good call here. I like this for Tamara. Even if you get your nose onto it, the only bowl within Kurri for Kurri at the moment is the one at 9 o'clock, so beating that, even if you bang that through a couple of rolls, well, that's not going to make things worse. It's probably made 4 shots for Kurri looking over my left shoulder. Could be as many as 5. So, a couple of big bowls coming here for Carolyn Glen. Carolyn, she's been a bit cautious with this one. Not the time for that. Changes there. once again, a little bit high, a little bit short. That's she'll be disappointed with that. Carolyn Glen. They're going to drop a number here. Kurri, and it's going to be disappointing because they fought so hard to get back within 5 on the master board. Tanya Ware might be able to pick them up next door, but you really don't want to rely on being supported by the other rink. You want to do the work yourself. It's going to be 4 shots, I reckon. 2, 3 have come out. Which if it's only 3, they've dodged a bullet here. Sharon Sumner's going to get down and do the measuring. We're going to do it together. And 4 shots it is. So I was exactly right. And Patricia Eckford and for Ettalong. That's a very good result. Now we've got little change of tactic here from Ettalong. They've gone and fired the jack into the ditch as well. So there's a few misses with the rolls today. And this is where, as I say, I'd love to see a change, but you move the mat 1 mat length. That's just I don't understand that. Particularly when you're going to go fire the jack basically to the same sort of spot that they were playing. This isn't. I'm always very positive on these calls, but that this does frustrate me. You get the opportunity to change things up significantly for your opponents, and as it turns out, this jack looks as though it might not be out of bounds as well. So they're going to say it is in, and so the jack will go on the tee. It was going there one way or the other. It was just whether or not Ettalong had a chance to move the mat again. At any rate, we'll see how we go. Let us know what your pet peeve is in the comments, particularly when it relates to jack rolling. We know all about Lee Stinson's pet peeve, but do let us know who you're cheering for and where you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hind is my name. We're here with you at the beautiful Figtree Sports in the gorgeous Illawarra region. We're here in Wollongong, and we're seeing a lovely start there from Murray Woodbine. Lee Morgan's cheering on Sheena Black, and she's been good so far, Sheena. I think it's been a real team effort from Ettalong, whereas for Kurri, it's been more prominently this girl here, Ann Johns. Craig Cusack, good morning to you, mate. Girls from Port City were dominant yesterday. They absolutely were. And well, they've given themselves an opportunity to get out of the section with that dominant win that we saw yesterday. Change of hand here from Murray Woodbine. I'll tell you what, if this goes the trip, that's going to be very, very close. Oh, why do we even doubt it? Look at this. What a shot. Oh, number 1. Well, that's a beaut. The great chair puller's on the line, Joel Dowsett. Good day to you. reminding me about the Jindy Kid I was dubbed by Scott Matheson at the Interregion this year. Adam Kitchener saying, go the Windsor. Well, go the Adele Johns bowls. What a shot. This is great leading. Well, it's the commentator's curse. Josh is looking at me like I'm a bit silly. I've bagged them for this length of jack, and then the lays, all four of them have been brilliant. Here's Lee Morgan's girl, Sheena Black. She's gone rumbling up at that one. And it's well, the leads plays them so good, and then the seconds have got a bit excited. But that's all right. That's good setup so far. Well, Karen Croker, so it's all sorted, no shield next door. She's picked up a 5, and it's now 22 shots to 13. Ettalong once again getting away these big scores. They're hurting, and then we say it got close here for a moment, and then a 4 dropped by the Carolyn Glen rink, and a 5 dropped by the Tanya Ware rink, and all of a sudden that margin's blown out again. That's what I say in these multi-rink formats, when teams score together, they can really put the pressure on, run away. Now, Tamara, well, you can see Patricia Eckford saying, no, that's not what I wanted at all. I want you to be drawing confidently at that, not driving at the rink peg. But Sharon, Sumner, the lead set this up so beautifully, and now the rest of the crew perhaps not playing that same standard. Need to be a bit careful here, Sharon. Oh, that's Murray Woodbine that she's got rid of at the back of the rink, and all of a sudden there's not much going on back there. There's one bowl at the back, and that does belong to Sharon Sumner. Now, Tamara Jackson, this is a better track here to cause some disturbance. Split's fantastic if she can get it. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Well done. Big applause. Yeah, makes 2. And Trisha Eckford loves it. I'd say the split there wasn't quite, but she got it almost perfect. Little bounce, and has all of a sudden made 2. Sharon Sumner being asked to try to draw to it. Well, it's going to go just a little bit too far. So, currently 2 shots to Ettalong. As we look over what is a beautiful day here at Figtree. We're going to see just sliding past there, nearly going to count. So some discussion here about what shot to play. You can see Sharon Sumner's gone for a wander up the green. I think that was the question, can I get both bowls? And Carolyn Glen, she said, yeah, too wide out of the hand. So currently 2 shots to Ettalong. And I'm going to try now to add to that. Just a draw. Doesn't need to change too much. Oh, it's going to disappear. And Carolyn Glen's going to go for a little wander down the other end. Get that telestrator up, Josh, for us, and I'll say. So once again, there's a shot to be played with weight up the middle here. Can get both of those bowls out with the right edge. I think that's what the discussion is. The risk is with that bowl though now is currently it is 2 shots to Ettalong. But if that bowl goes out of the head, it might be 3. Oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. How dare you? So some risk there. You can tick that one off your bingo card. Nick making a blunder with the telestrator. I haven't got too much of the telestrator going on the last couple of days, but I think that's the shot that Carolyn Glen wants to play. She's setting up forehand, so can play that shot on the forehand. Body language is ordinary, and yeah, probably didn't get that one away as smoothly as she'd hoped. So it is 2 shots there to Patricia Eckford, and all of a sudden the match is starting to look out of reach. Gonna need a couple of wins in a row here, Carolyn Glen, but both teams on very similar points, very similar margins. So really it's the masterboard winner that's going to finish first in this section. There's no benefit for a rink point. So if you're Karen Croker and if you're Patricia Eckford, just defend this lead. You'll finish top of the section. Well, it's a lovely start, Mary Woodbine. She's come good through this game. Yeah, so it was +9 for Kurri, +5 for Ettalong. Their margins. So Foster were competitive in both the games, obviously, but just couldn't get over the line. Adele Johns. Oh, she's been playing beautifully as well. You can just see though those balls, if they are a little bit tight, they do really run away at the end. So we'll be bringing you this afternoon the quarterfinals, and currently it's looking very likely that we'll be featuring Taryn Point in that match. Their opponents, though, yet to be determined, but Taryn Point looking pretty comfortable, and with 2 wins already in Section 2. our likely competitors in that quarter-final contest. Still a number of sides that might be their opponent as yet, so make sure you like, follow and subscribe Bowls New South Wales across all our social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a great TikTok channel. And you'll be able to see who the results are as soon as they come. A little bit of head bobbing there from Sheena Black as she let that one go. I don't know if that was for her benefit or for the bowls, but looked like she was trying to shake some water out of the ear. I doubt she went for a swim in the ocean this morning. I can see this sheen starting to come up on this beautiful green here at Figtree Sports. Currently one shot to Ettalong. Kurri 11 shots back. As I say, it's not desperation just yet. Now, something's going wrong with our scoreboard there because it's not adding up. Josh, I'll get you to jump into the title editor, mate. Kurri should only be on 19. So, somehow, through pressing the wrong button, perhaps. We've got those scores. So, no, Team B score. That should be 19. There we are. Karen Croker has picked up another 2 next door as well, so 37-19 is the master board. And what that's doing is it makes it tricky for these very animated ladies from Kurri. With 13 ends to play, was a great shot here. Great bowl, little touch that gets it back to and Wilkins. So Sharon Sumner has played a good bowl, a good time. We'll be needing to pick up a few ends on the spin one feels if they're going to have any ideas of topping the section and toppling this Ettalong club. Oh, she said probably safer on that hand. I think there's danger both ways. The risk here on the forehand is any trail of the jack is going away from Kurri bowls. I think I like the backhand. Trail of the jack can go towards other Kurri bowls on the other hand. As it turns out, it was a fair bit short. This is the bowl, though, that changed things up, and what a bowl it was. A little bit of jack down the line, did enough. That's the other thing, too. I mean, Sharon Sumner played the first one so well. I'm reluctant to change people's hands after they bowled something as good as that. Patricia Eckford. She's got some kind angles on that forehand to get back to the jack. That's one of the reasons why I don't like it for Kurri is that there are some angles where you can get back to that shot bowl and potentially punch it through. You'll likely stay, but you can also potentially get back to the jack. And as I say, jack movement in any direction to bottom right of picture is not going to be good for the Kurri team, who currently do hold shot. Patricia Eckford, this looks to be a better track here. She can get all the way down to the kitty, all the way down. She's got it. What a bowl. That's just superb. Sharon Sumner, a little bit reluctant, said, I'll turn it over, I suppose. Well, you can see why. This is just a beautiful piece of draw bowling here from Patricia Eckford. That's why she's playing up the pointy end through some traffic. Does it with aplomb. Back live now. We're seeing Carolyn Glen. Well, she thought Kurri thought they had something going for them that end, but once again, a little blue there with the mud tyres. Comes rumbling on down, and Patricia Eckford picks up another single shot for the Ettalong Eagles. 38-19. They lead on the master board now. I'll tell a lie, it's 39-19 because once again Karen Croker has scored. So I suspect that we're going to need to see something from both Tanuair and Carolyn Glen's rinks in the next end or two, or otherwise, well, we can call it a day just about. And feels that Ettalong have just proven to be a little too strong here. And well, it's bowls like this. What a super start. Yeah, you can see the thumbs up from Patricia Eckford. She loves it. I trust you're loving it too, wherever you're watching around Australia or around the world. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company here from Figtree Sports. Here with you again this afternoon. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on. It'll be quarter-final time, and it's very, very likely that it'll be Tarrant Point as one of our feature matches. Their opponents, though, are yet to be determined. But I'll tell you who they might be in a moment. Good here once again. I think early doors we saw it was Adele Johns who was winning this lead battle. That's flipped in probably the middle third of this contest. As Murray Woodbine has just come into her own and really dominated this lead battle. And what that does is it just allows so much more opportunity for Sheena Black, Tamara Jackson, and skip Patricia Eckford to be adding on rather than looking to change it up, change things over. Good again there, Sheena. So, having a little bit of an assessment here of what's going to happen. So, the winner of Section 2... Oh no, I've lied to you, folks. I have lied to you. I apologise. Our streaming game this afternoon is going to be the winner of Section 1 against the runner-up in Section 2. So, at this stage, it's very likely to be Maryland's once again, and the runner-up in Section 2, Warilla or Harbord are the two sides that are fighting for that. Tarrant Point look to be safe. Windsor could potentially come from the clouds, though, if they get a 2-rink win over Warilla. So, we'll see who that's going to be. We'll let you know via our social media channels, so as I do, stay tuned for that. Expect we'll be running quite as quickly as we were yesterday. We had the first round finished just before 12 o'clock, I expect. This green's running quite freely now, so I expect that won't be finished until just after 12. I want to give the players every opportunity to have a bite to eat. I want to give the broadcasters every opportunity to have a bite to eat as well. Maybe a comfort stop. And with 20 shots the margin, though, 11 ends left to play. I'm going to need big end from probably both rinks. Oh, that's tipped. One in, one out. Probably like it's a bit of a number here for Ettalong. One more score, and I think Ettalong have got this one almost in the bag. Tight there from Sharon, Sumner. They are a tight set of bowls. Weight was excellent. Just a reminder as they swap over here, the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name and mine as well, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. Why wouldn't you want to come and enjoy everything that Wollongong has to offer? Fabulous place. Kira was talking this morning that she might think about moving down here one of these days. The eastern suburbs lifestyle might be a bit hectic for poor old Kira. Now that's turned over a red bowl. I believe that's Sharon Sumner that's gone across. So has potentially improved things. This looks to be too high from Carolyn, Glen. The weight was excellent once again. Might only be down to, well, no more than 3 for Ettalong. excellent once again. All the players are just battling a little bit to get the line nailed. The speed's been very good largely here. This looks to be a better track. And Carolyn Glen, can you get all the way there? She hasn't. And it was a better track too. So one comes out. Tamara Jackson says, I want that one. No, you don't. Sharon Sumner says, hold my tape. Well, I'm going to have to measure for that. Yeah, okay, you can have to. Two it is. So 16 shots to 6. 15 ends completed. Next door, 26 to 13 it is. So another one to Karen Croker. I'm declaring it. I think this one's all over bar the shouting. Just a powerhouse performance from the Karen Croker rink. There's been, as I say, plenty of attack over there. Some big scores being rattled up. A little bit more conservative on this rink, but for Patricia Eckford, I've been very impressed with her. Just how she's been calling really positive. Making sure that the players, well, first of all, have a very clear understanding of what their obligation is. And secondly, to have the confidence to call in a manner which is just so positive. Being ably supported, front touches. Adele Johns was my player of the match early. I think Woodbine has probably taken those honours away. Her draw game has been very, very good. She was a little bit pacey early. Woodbine. This is excellent from Adele. Oh, well, you wouldn't believe it. Almost a back toucher. This is great leading. Worth the price of admission, this lead battle here today. Woodbine, well, she's in a good area again here too. She can get down, turn her own. Just slips past the outside. And Adele Johns, well, she might have heard me say that I'd taken player of the match honours. And said, no, you haven't, not just yet. I've got a little bit more to say. On a high line once again, we know that these bowls finish well. And yeah, nothing wrong with that track. Yeah, once again, a good confident call here. Tricia Eckford, been very impressed with how she calls the head. Gives Sheena Black plenty of confidence. You come in that forehand. To make sure that you reach, give the bowl a chance. Perhaps just underplayed it a little bit there, Sheena Black, but beautiful pictures here of the shot bowl there for Adele Johns. Leaning over, and then excellent lead bowl from Woodbine, the toucher. Just off to the side. Now, this is close again. That's a superb shot. Brilliant bowl. Look at that, the trio there. A couple of touches. The back one, not a toucher, but has made two, and it's a tricky two now for Sheena Black has been asked to play a little bit more weight into this, looking to get the split. Has pushed that one out a little bit high. You can see there's a little split on through the middle there. Ah. That's the one. Yeah, you can get down through there. Little split was what was called for Ettalong. I think it's a similar sort of shot still for Kurri. At this stage, they do need to take a risk. Little tickle on that. Jack is okay. Little tickle on the shot on the third shot bowl at 9 o'clock there. I'm listening in. I'm so impressed by Patricia. Even if that one goes, we're still only 2 down. It doesn't matter. Be confident. Give yourself a chance to improve things here. And this is a good, confident line. This is a good, confident weight too. This is a good, confident shot. She's going to make something happen. Well done. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's just, I'm so pleased to see that shot was only made possible by the confidence that Tricia Eckford gave her third, Tamara Jackson, who delivered it beautifully. So many things can go right playing that sort of speed. And now, well, it's a third drawing competition because the Jacks are right out near the rink peg. So it's probably 3 metres to draw. We might take the scoreboard down so we've got a better view of that. So just a little bit quick there from Tamara Jackson. The risk here is if you do get the jack going in the wrong direction, if it goes anywhere to the left of picture, it's very likely to go out of bounds. It's probably in by 4 inches or so. So a difficult shot. You've got to go and borrow some of the neighbour's rink. And that's the sort of line. Speed here. It's a little bit exploratory. That's going to be good enough for number 1. That's finished still 2 metres past. So, as I say, it's a skips drawing competition. Let's see that shot again from Tamara Jackson. This might be replayed all over the Bowls New South Wales media channels today. Kira O'Shea's just returned from Corrimal, I believe, and I'd be happy to see that. What a shot. So, Jack all the way at the back of the ring. The players, well, I think they're doing the right thing, but they're in the road of the camera, so we might have to use some different angles here, but we'll do our very best. Since the players on, not going to rouse them too much. They are playing in a state pennant final, and that's going to be number 1. Yeah, well done, Patricia Eckford. Now, clear run required for Carolyn Glen. She's got that. That's going to be pretty close. That's shot. So finishing Jack high. Thank you very much, Lee Greening. He's come past with a final round of updates, with games getting towards a conclusion all around the greens. So I'll let you know what's been happening here at Figtree Sports in just a moment. Now, if that gets back and stays in, that's going to be shot. It's definitely in. Measure all round is the call from Sharon Sumner. And for Carolyn, Glen needs this one to get ripping home now. Not going to do so. Well, that probably would have been just out of the argument at any rate. That's certainly not going to be in the measure, so that can be picked up and removed. And then the remaining 3 bowls are going to be assessed. Oh, they're dueling tapes here. You've got to be quick. Get your tape out. So they're all a good distance away. So one comes out for Ettalong, 2 will come out for Ettalong. So 2 great bowls there from Patricia Eckford, the skip. Was set up by a fantastic bowl from Tamara Jackson. And it's now 18-6. And, well, sectional play, you do have to complete every end, but if this was a final, it's almost shake hands time. This is the bowl that set it up. As I say, the call was what really made me excited by that. And now we're going to see Ettalong. Well, they're going to go on to victory here with 8 ends to be completed. The margin is largely irrelevant at this point. And for Kurri, they'll have to lick their wounds. They'll be back in action this afternoon. They will progress as a section runner-up to the quarter-final stage. Now, we are talking about who's playing. So, Maryland's trailing Merimbula. So, Merimbula could knock off the star-studded Maryland side and potentially make themselves through to our live stream match this afternoon. South Tamworth and Nyngan, 31 shots all. Warilla and Windsor, 28 shots all. So, any number of combinations still in that section as to who will progress. Tarrant Point 43 will defeat Harbord, who are currently on 17. East Maitland 17, Cabramatta 36. That game is almost concluded. East Maitland were in that fight early, but Cabramatta, clinical professional side that they are, have put the foot down and will run away with it. And in this match here, Ettalong 44 leading Kurri 21. Well, Murray Woodbine, this is good once again. Didn't quite get the touch, but has done enough. In Division 2 matches here at Figtree Sports, I can let you know that Kurri 38 and West Dubbo 39 are locked in a great tussle there. Yamba 28, trail Windang 37. Still plenty of time in that one. Glenbrook 20, trail Munmora 44. So Munmora have put their foot down here in Division 2. And Nambucca Heads 29, lead Pittwater 26. So can happen often at these events. We tend to find that we'll get something, or some events where we get every game's the last one off, and every game finishes as very, very close. Here today, though, And yesterday we haven't seen the close contests that we like to bring you here. But expect as we get through to this afternoon's finals and tomorrow's semi-final and final, the quality and the closeness of the games will increase. And we saw, and Wilkins there, she got startled a little bit. I think there were some birds flying overhead, and the shadow might have spooked her somewhat as she let the bowl go, but didn't seem to impact things too negatively. She's got away fairly well. Now, needs to be careful here. Touch on the jack. That goes all the way to the back of the rink, and waiting, Adele Johns. So, one shot currently to Kurri. And Carolyn Glen saying, yeah, you can just draw it. Still on that backhand. Might have just run far enough. Maybe close for shot and second. Or second and third, really. Shot, bowl is for sure and certain the purple of Adele Johns at the back of the ring. The next one, the purple and the pink, are the two in contention. So that's Sheena Black for Ettalong and Anne Wilkins for Kurri. Sharon Sumner here. She'll be looking to add on. The speed's pretty good. We'll need a clear road. She's got the clear road. Now needs to stop. Just didn't. Probably a roll or two firm. You can see her bowl jiggling there next to the number 22. That's where we are here at Figtree Sports. It's great to have your company wherever you're watching around Australia, around the world. Nick Hind is my name. We're with you for another 4 ends after this. Well, that has made a guaranteed one shot only now to Kurri. It was good from Tamara. And the call from Carolyn Glen is the pink bowl is away, but you can still draw it. And Sharon Sumner's already played a bowl on this hand where she's rattled up, run the jack into the ditch. Well, if she can get down past the blue, she'll count. Just flips the blue over once. Not going to count there. The breeze gets up in our effects microphones once again. Probably the stiffest we've seen this breeze so far across the 2 days of competition. Josh might get us a shot of that in a moment. You can use camera 3 to do that, Josh, if you like. But yeah, we're starting to feel it here. It's getting towards, we're just after 11:30 local time. Wednesday the 7th of August, and you can see, the flags basically at full stretch, the Pennant flags. And the Australian flag's getting a workout as well too there, so breeze just picking up here in the middle of the day, and that's going to be pushing behind the bowls as they're delivered. So that's the situation down the end there. I'm absolutely okay with Patricia Eckford running at that jack. You go sink it now. Give yourself a great chance. Carolyn, Glen. Yeah, just missing on the high side. Oh, shake of the hands. Well, you can see why she doesn't like that. That's missed the line by a fair margin. Still not over. Things went banging and crashing around. Still one shot to Kurri. Ettalong won't mind that though. You drop a one here. That's fine. And yeah, one shot it's going to be. So single to Carolyn, Glen. So 18 shots Patricia Eckford. 7 shots Carolyn, Glen. 26-15, 26-19 is the score next door. So a 4 claimed by Tanya Ware. Mathematically, there's still time, but for Kurri, they nearly have to double their shot count between now and the end, and they've got 5 ends to do it. It's very hard to see that happening with everything else that has gone on in this game. Ettalong have been consistently beating the Kurri girls to the punch and just finding ways to win. So, see, once again, Woodbine. See if she can go down. Grab this jack. Take on a little holiday. Not quite. Good time to remind, though, that the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. It's good timing. We can see Wollongong in the background. At the top of the picture there, they've got their signage up. It's 2 shots to Adele Johns, and it's I'll give you one more reminder here about the over 40 pairs qualifying. The entries do close on the 11th of August, so you've got a week or so to get your teams in. Men, women, mixed. It's an open competition, and we look forward to bringing that to you across all 16 regions before finals at Yamba. And what a fun event that is, the over 40s. Currently 3 shots here to Kurri. Well, you know, they pull a rabbit out of their hat. You've got to keep playing for it. Give yourself every opportunity. I think you want to win your section. There's some sides to avoid. Now, if you're a section runner-up, you are playing against the section winner. And the section winners are the ones you don't want to be running into. Although, Maryland's, well, they're potentially in some jeopardy in section 1 against Merimbula. unfortunate thing for Maryland's is that their margin is so good through the first two games that Merimbula do need to win by probably 20 shots to cut that margin down. So I'd be surprised if Maryland's don't top section number 1. Section 2 looks to be in control with Taryn Point. There's a few chases though in that section. Cabramatta, well, they are going to prevail over East Maitland. Port City will be the other team through in that section. And then in this section, section number 4, it'll be both these teams progressing. Foster have bowed out, but just the ladder position we need to determine. Well, Kurri pushing next door, 26-20, 2 ends to play. I think it'd be a great confidence boost for Kurri if they can claim that rink. They were down an absolute mozza early. And Tanya Ware, it was some big scoring from Karen Croker and her cohort. But now we're seeing Tanya Ware and Kurri have fought back valiantly on rink 23. Well, favourites probably 4 shots now to Kurri. So it's rabbit out of the hat time, but well, we've seen some magic sprung at these events over the years. Unlikely teams, unlikely results. Yeah, so explicit there from Tricia Eckford. Not going so quick. Even if you land on any of them, you'll cut them down, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Punched a Kurri bowl through the head. Favour that's not, well, the best Ettalong bowls close to 2 metres away. So Kurri with an opportunity here, potentially one last swing for the fences. You've got to do it. This one tracks on up, and that's going to be in the count too, so I'm calling it's at least 4 currently to Kurri. They pick up a 4 here, and let's say that's a 4 next door. There's 8 shots, and they're back within 9. It becomes, if not likely, then possible at least. Oh, that's not going to change things. Sliding away under the head, the head of Sheena Black, as it turns out. I'm sure someone will remind her of the obligations with the camera in just a moment. This one looks to be travelling a little bit. Yeah, she'll be disappointed there. Carolyn Glen, say holding currently, I reckon 4. That's realistically, that should have been a free kick for a 5th. And just put the pressure on, that number pressure. make Patricia Eckford come up with something like this. Yeah, well, that's a big save once again. 4 down to 1 up, and that will kill any momentum for Kurri. Big bowl. Big bowl. She's played a couple of those now. Patricia Eckford, and well, this is why she's playing as the skip. You can see the players enjoying themselves. They feel fairly relaxed out there, both knowing that they have progressed to the quarterfinals. So 19 shots to 7. And we've still got 3 ends to play here. Next door, they're racing home. Despite killing a couple of ends next door, so they've pace of play has been no issue on the neighbouring rink. We're getting close 10 to 12, so it should be done, as I say, just after 12 o'clock. We'll break for lunch, and the intention to be back out at 1 o'clock or thereabouts. So do make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on, and get your bingo cards and shot glasses at the ready for this afternoon's game. As I say, we're down to quarterfinal time, and here's Adele Johns. Well, she's finishing brightly. As I had perhaps not a little sleep in the middle of the game, but just got placed under more significant pressure from Murray Woodbine. And it's made it. So Adele Johns didn't have it all her own way. This lead battle has been very, very good. Adele Johns. Just looks to be a bit tight here. Doesn't want the front bowl. Oh, just feathered it. Tight there from Sheena Black. Weight was very good once again. So Sheena. And plenty of fans in the comments. I'm sure plenty cheering on from the Central Coast. Ettalong, of course, one of the powerhouse clubs in the Central Coast region. Wilkins. In the second half of the game, she's probably been the bright light for Kurri has had bowls in very usable areas. But that one just on the short side. Fight back's probably, well, more than probably. It's off the cards now. I just mentioned and Wilkins bowls being in serviceable areas. That's been serviced nicely by Tamara. It's absolutely not what she was trying to do, of course, but has promoted Kurri bowl. And Sharon Sumner now going to look to add on 2 shots. It was next door to Karen Croker. So unless there's a miraculous 8 next door, that will be that rink claimed for Ettalong. Probably added on there. It's a good shot from Sharon Sumner. Tamara Jackson now. Oh, that one's going very quick. Sharon she'll look to repeat the dose here. Looks to be travelling a little bit, but can land. Well, wants to get the red bowl at the back. She's going to get either of them. It's, the red is there. The red-blue split of Murray Woodbine. But that's probably the best bowl of the lot there for Ettalong. So she got to that. Could have done some more damage. As it turns out, well, that's the shot bowl. That was the Tamara Jackson one. She'll be disappointed with how that finished up. But I think with 20 shots the margin and only a couple of ends left to play, just done my maths again, Josh, and the scoreboard's adding up, but the end counter isn't. We're at 38 completed ends, so Josh is going to go and tidy that up for us. And I know what it is now too, so that's one thing. Now that's going to turn that red bowler Sharon Sumner down. Probably 2 shots now to Kurri. I think for Kurri, to finish with a just a little bit of wind in their sails, give them some confidence for this afternoon's quarter-final contest. So West Dubbo and Kurri have had a draw in Division 2, I've just heard, so the results are starting to filter through. And a little crash there, no change. Carolyn Glen, up to park one right on it here. Finish with a flurry. Two shots it is, so 19-9. And Kurri will have the mat. Play at the last 2 ends. They're shaking hands, I think, next door, are they? No, just skips bowls to be played there. So a victory for Ettalong incoming. can see that beautiful sunny day here in the Illawarra. Wollongong turning on an absolute picture for us for Women's Pennant Finals. For those who were watching last year or who were playing in it, I do feel for you. It was atrocious conditions, particularly on the first day. And the weather did improve, but nothing like what we're seeing here today. Beautiful, bright, sunny skies. A good breeze blowing though out of the south, and that's keeping things a little bit cool for those of us in the shade as we are here up on the balcony at Figtree Sports. We've been well looked after here by the club. The hospitality first rate as always. And looking forward to our lovely lunch. We've had cups of tea provided to us this morning. We've had lots of support provided by the volunteers and the staff here. Well supported by Pulse Coordinator Lee Greening and CEO Mitch Glacken. So we thank them. We thank our Wollongong Lord Mayor Tanya Brown, who opened the proceedings yesterday. It was most entertaining. Telling stories of all the movie stars who are currently in the region. We're not worried about them. We're worried about the stars of the bowling circuit. And well, who are we going to see tomorrow afternoon? We will get down to the final. Maryland's have welcomed back Karen Murphy today, and to have somebody with her experience, just slightly less than 1 million games for Australia as a player, and now building her resume as national assistant coach, and who knows, potentially the national coach in time. She's just such an asset to the sport and an asset to the Cabramatta club. Has come back in, and Cabramatta have had a good, confident win over East Maitland in this morning's session. Maryland's were in a real dogfight with Merimbula, who are missing probably their number one player in Emma Pettit, but they've still assembled a formidable lineup. But that section with South Tamworth and Ningen, hard to know who's in there. Oh, we're being brought treats. Oh, you're amazing. You're amazing. Oh. Well, viewers, if we go silent for a moment, it's because we've been brought the most beautiful looking, freshly baked little cream bun. Oh, my goodness. Well, we thank all of our viewers, but particularly those that come to join us in venue with treats. We were so well looked after in Dubbo. Our friend Carolyn McDonald was getting up at 4 a.m. to make slice for us almost every day. And now to see these, and these look absolutely beautiful. Well, it's a good shot there. It's all over next door. Players have shook hands. 30 shots to team skipped by Karen Croker for Ettalong. 20 shots to Tanya Ware. 50 shots in a 21-end game. I didn't get many ones, clearly. I did see there was a 6 and a 5. look forward to having a look at that scorecard later on as we see Tamara. She bumps up her own bowl, makes 2. And it's going to make a difficult assignment here for Sharon Sumner. She's drawing basically to the tee. Talk about this often, the drills that good bowlers go out and practice and then play. It was a carry bowl promoted. It does make the access to the jack look quite tricky. See now. Still the target for Tamara. He's gone and fired that one through a little bit quick. That's the situation down at the tee. And Carolyn Glen now want to finish off strongly here. The scores will be slowly coming in from this venue as well as our other host clubs. So you can download the BowlsLink app, head to the BowlsLink results portal. That's results.bowlslink.com.au. Kevin Hunt. Well, he's it's a bit of a cliche, but he's right that so often when the ladies get involved with running a tournament or an event, that there's scones and jam and cream and all sorts of sandwiches and slices. And if the ladies aren't involved in running the tournament, you might be lucky to get a cold pie. So we've been serviced beautifully here by the fans. There's probably some more goodies floating around that we haven't had access to, being in the commentary position behind the production desk. Little slide there. That's going to flop back. And it's probably going to count as well. So 3 shots it is to Ettalong as we get down to the final end. So Patricia Eckford 22, Carolyn and Glen at 9. We're going to play the last end. Then we're going to go and eat these cream horns that have been delivered for us. And then we're going to go and eat whatever is on the lunch menu today. I'm just looking over there. I'm seeing big steaming platters of veggies. I'm looking over the greens and still a couple of games to be completed. So the 1 o'clock scheduled start might be a fraction ambitious. I note, Kevin, when we play bowls coming from Jindabyne, there's the a few clubs that we go to that we're renowned for their afternoon teas, their hospitality. And I won't name the South Coast club with 2 undercover greens. But we compete against a lot. They've got the famous Marimbula pie. Oh, I said it, but the Marimbula pie. We often joke about the pie, but the facilities there are first class. And the company's always great at Club Sapphire, and they've actually changed things up a little bit. We've had barbecues with them the last few times we've been down there. Bacon and egg rolls if we play a morning game in a double header, and then a barbecue lunch or late afternoon snack if we play an evening game. Well, she's finished brightly here, Mari Woodbine. I think she's going to be my player of the match. Hedged out some very good bowls early on from Adele Johns, who looked to be probably the class player on the rink in the first 4 or 5 ends. Seemed to have unlimited numbers of touches. But now, I think Marie just has done a lot to ensure her team's success. And the other one I want to give a big rap to is the skip, Patricia Eckford. I think her leadership, her calling, her composure and her attacking mindset have really led to a lot of this outcome. It's going to be a 10-shot victory for Karen Croker next door, and a 13-shot victory, which looked unlikely for a long way for Ettalong on this our streaming rink. But they can credit the skip with a lot of that, the positive calling, the positive attitude has allowed our competitors to put their best foot forward. Well, finishing brightly here, Sheena Black. She was mentioned in dispatches in the chat, and plenty on the Central Coast who can be proud of what she's achieved today. And Wilkins, she can finish proudly too here. Gets right down. Well, she sat the inside of that red and blue bowl. Would have been really well placed. And Tamara, she's played some of the bigger bowls of the game. She's probably given away a couple of shots too. And potentially punches one out there, but I think it's been a great team performance from Ettalong. They can go into lunch satisfied that they've done their job well. 2 wins from the maximum 2 games plus the bye. They'll finish atop this section. Sharon Sumner. She's trailed the jack and will make 2 for Kurri. She's played well. Tamara asking here what the shot is. I think there's a really nice seat on the forehand. Can draw it to land any of those bowls. This looks to be the hardest shot that's been called for by the skip. And Tamara's saying, no, I'm going to come up there and tell you I want to play it the other way, I believe. This is the last bowl of Sharon Sumner. And I can see what Patricia Eckford can see, but I can also appreciate that it's going to look much, much kinder on the forehand. She can play tight, look to get down to any of those jack high bowls. And just has to play with good weight here. They're not going charging at this, but just reach. Have to be under though. So just lobbed it out a little bit wide. Probably a little bit quick too, as it turns out. I'm seeing the lunches, so there looks to be rissoles, sausages. I did think I could smell a barbecue earlier. Sharon, Sumner. Just going to float on the high side. So as the players cross over for the final time, it's going to be the last 4 bowls of this contest. I trust that no one's going to go and look to kill the end here. Out along their team. They've worked very, very well together today. And for Mari Woodbine, Sheena Black, Tamara Jackson and skip Patricia Eckford, they can be proud of their efforts and can look forward to this afternoon's contest. Those results are being updated in Bowls Link as we speak. So the section winners will play quarterfinals against section runners-up this afternoon. And then tomorrow, quarterfinals will play off as we get down to one team who will be your champions in each of the 4 divisions. Patricia Eckford said to Tamara, I'm going to play the shot that I wanted you to do. And just got it a little bit too firm. Final bowl here for Patricia Eckford. On the forehand, that's going to just push up the carry bowl. And looks to be 3 to carry with the final bowl of the contest to come here. It will be victory to Ettalong. It will be 52 shots to some number above 29 for carry. And both rinks will ensure that they've had a good day out here. Carry, that's going to be in, I reckon, for 4 shots on this final end. Let's see if Tamara gives them away as easily as I did. 1, 2, 3. And a tape. So we know that this is going to be a victory for Kurri, and it was a victory for Ettalong. It was 4 shots to Kurri on that final end. So Carolyn Glen comes back, and I've hit the wrong button. At any rate, it's going to be 52-33 the final score. That was the last bowl. That did get in for shot. And on behalf of Josh, on behalf of the entire Bowls New South Wales team, we look forward to your company from approximately 1 o'clock. Do make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on, and we'll be back with you very, very shortly for the Women's Division 1 quarterfinals at approximately 1 p.m. Look forward to your company then.
Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here.
Cheers.
Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're going to have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs.
Shouldn't have come in a tall glass. Why would you bother?